got out the I got out the spot real quick. I ain't killed myself. I had like a lot of thoughts. I was thinking about going out like Whitney and shit. And I'm grateful. I'm still here. I don't even understand, man. Y'all have no idea what I've been going through, and for me to still be here talking to y'all every day, that's that team, man. You know, people can't even look at me like I was crazy. One thing, y'all, we the most hated, you know. Excuse me, sir. By any chance, would you be able to help out with anything towards bus money if you have it? I'm about to go to work. Enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you for not ignoring me. Like my mental health is so bad, y'all. Like I just be losing shit. Like I'm trying to think where I can put my work card at. I don't even know where I last put it. Hold up, I literally just had that shit in my hand. It's like how I lost my gloves yesterday in the store. My memory is just fucked up. I don't even know where I just put my card at. Oh no, I have it on me. No, I don't. I literally just lost my work card, y'all. I don't even care if I lost it. I'm gonna go in that bitch. I lost my work card like twice already. They gonna give me another one. Like, gonna be like, nigga, you keep losing your card. I'm like, bro, my mental health is so fucked up. Be happy I'm in here and even able to serve. You know, I'm fighting suicide every day. I don't even know where. I literally just had that shit in my hand, yo. Literally just had that shit in my hand. Oh, it's just my card's right here. Yeah, I be freaking out, y'all. I swear though, if I would have lost that shit though, I would have been like, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? My mental health is so fucked up. I'm just making sure I make it through the next day. I don't give a fuck what happens. Like I'm having problems even taking care of myself properly just because of my stress level, you know what I mean? Around like my son and stuff like that. And the regular stuff, attacks that I get towards me off of being black and stuff, that don't make it any much easier. So like I'm just grateful I'm alive, y'all. I know these people can't feel my pain. But I know I'm feeling the last of it because that's the tribulation, you know? I'm like, man, I already dealt with hundreds of years of abuse. I should be able to last another year or some shit. You know? I should be alright. Should be alright. It just sucks because like I wish that I just had my dad, you know? I just wish I had my dad. And when I think about that, that shit makes me depressed because I think about what my son is going through and shit, and I'm like, damn. Like, this woman trying to create the same narrative that she dealt with, trying to bring that same generational curse to her own family, to her own child. It's like people be so much in they trauma, they don't even realize that they literally creating the same stories for their child to be in the same situation as they in, you know? That shit is just so sad, you know? It's sad as shit. And just wanting to try to do anything to try to protect that kid from that, you know? I tell people all the time, like, you don't know about being in a bad situation or being strong until, like, you know what I'm saying? It's like other people around you are acting like you're not even going through what you're going through to your degree because all you had to be is strong in it. Like, my mom damn near pled out to me, damn near crying to me, asking me about my younger brother. I'm like, I love my younger brother to death, regardless of everything. But, you know, like, he don't got a child. He's not dealing with this degree of what I'm dealing with, you know. And he's dealing with other problems, but I'm just saying, like, my main thing, what I got to deal with is my family, you know, for real, for real. And it's just really sad how people would know, like, my only people I got to talk to is 9 and 8 and y'all. And, you know, I come on here just so I don't crash out, for real, for real. And, like, as my subscribers and stuff are growing, it's still, like, trolls and stuff. Some of y'all will come in here and try to, like, make certain situations and stuff like that. And it's crazy. It's crazy, y'all. I can just feel like a day where it's like I'm not gonna feel like money is like weaponized towards me. Like, I'm just so tired of being like, that shit is weaponized. There's nothing else that's more weaponized towards me that's so fucking biting than money, you know? That shit is just like abuse on, like, and then us just consuming and everything and not seeing the division that it's doing or the problems that it's causing and just worrying about getting it just to provide because the natural resources have been hijacked. Like, that's like a real undeveloped brain way of looking at a situation off of something that, you know, you could try to change, but a lot of people aren't trying to change because they think that this is the way to live, you know? It says a lot, you know? He said, is this it? It is it, you know? It is. It is it. We almost there, you know? It's the last of, like, all the abuse, you know? I feel like it's a lot of people that's trying to, like, weaponize because they know, like, the money's not going to have the power, where it's like people that have and people that don't have, right? Because this is the difference. Without a monetary system, if you don't have, you can create. You get what I'm saying? Like, if you don't have the money, you're not a monetary, you know, a monetary system says, like, you don't got this money, you can't get this house, you can't get this apartment, you can't get this property, you can't get this land. Like, with this system not being here, I can just build my house. You know what I mean? I can learn as I go. You know, I can actually live and provide for myself without it being messed with. You know, regardless if I have those funds or not. But in this system, it's won't allow me to do anything like that. You know what I'm saying? It literally pushes all that away from me and says if I don't have this money, then I just can't have this. You know, I'm so tired of it being weaponized towards me, like, in that way, money, as if, like, I'm not who I am, you know? I'm just tired of the peace by abundance show, you know? And even like that is just so crazy. It's like, and that's the second, and this is something y'all know I shout out my Latino people. Y'all know I love y'all, you know? But I'm gonna just be real. Like, y'all have, like, such a lack of respect towards black people. It's even Latino people talking about this. Don't get mad at me talk about it, you know? Hey, excuse me, bro. You know, I'm not trying to make nobody mad talking about it, but I spoke to, like y'all seen, I was just 2 Latino women that when I first spoke to them, it's like they didn't even give a 2 shits about me. And then I told them that my son is Puerto Rican and Dominican, and then I showed them, and then they had a different respect for me. You hear what I'm saying? But it's just like the same thing happened at the gas station. But at the gas station, it was even worse. It's like I was their best friend then, you know. They was trying to talk, they was talking to me. They waved to me as they was leaving and everything. I'm just like, damn. So just because I have a Latino child, now I have meaning, you know. And neuromelanin is before eumelanin, right? No animal DNA whatsoever, right? But if I wouldn't have had a Latino child, it's like I would have been worth nothing to another organic person that has a biological connection. Like this is how far we've gone, y'all. I'm saying this so y'all really get, like, this is how far we've gone from like knowing who we are, you know. And the same thing will be with us though, you know. Like, even though neuromelanin comes before eumelanin, the same thing will be with us. Like, one of us won't have respect for a Latino person, and then when we won't have the respect for a Latino person, that Latino person might be like, you know, I got a baby with a black person, and then all of a sudden the black person will have more respect for the Latino person. You know, like, it's, I'm telling y'all, the money, it's divided us so much. Like, it's disgusting. It's disgusting. It's the most disgusting thing, you know. Like, we shouldn't, as organic people, not have a general respect for organic people, just because unnatural people have like a secret animosity, confused admiration towards us, you know. Like, we don't make ourselves look better as organic people off of disrespecting another organic person, you know. But our lack of awareness of who we are is so far gone. Like, we really be thinking that, you get what I'm saying? Like, a general respect of you just saying hi or enjoy your day, or, you know what I'm saying, like another organic person talking to you, you know. So it's like, it's bad, y'all. I really be coming out because it's like, I be feeling like if I don't, I'm gonna harm myself because of everything that I'm dealing with, the level of my stress. Even though it's like I'm handling stuff, I'm going to work, I'm getting stuff done. It's stuff that I'm seeing, like just now, me being on here, thinking I lost my keychain in my work, and my stuff right in front of me. You know, I almost had y'all saw I got up and everything, as if like I didn't know where my shit was at. But that's my mental health because of what I'm fighting. You know, no matter how strong I am, it's like my mental has been so affected that, like, just like regular stuff, like I be forgetting, like it'd be like a lot for me, you know. And technically I got a disability on paper, you know what I mean? So it makes it even worse. I'm out here, like, I should be getting like a disability check, but I'm not getting any of that. You know? Hey bro, you think you could spare like $5 for the busted off you have it? You know what I'm saying? And this is now. And this is why black people, why we got to separate, because that's an Asian person, right? That's an unnatural person. And I got love from a lot of Asian people, but like I said, there's good unnatural people, but majority of them, they don't give a fuck about us, you know? So like, that's why I don't get, as black people, why like we allow it by like still capitulating in the system, where it's like majority of the people that's not us in the system don't even like us, you know? But then want to steal everything from us, want to act like they're us, you know, everything else with us, but don't want to let us be us and not, or have a general respect for us, you know. It's like, how could we just be trying to get individual success at the state of knowing that this is happening to our brothers and sisters, and this is how we're being treated, you know? It's the most disrespectful thing. That's why it's like, you know, everybody is shouting out, you know, don't get me wrong, those human beings that stood against their own species, they're supposed to do that though. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not gonna award you for standing up towards your species that is on some wild shit. Like, you should already be on that. That's not like a gold medal or something, you know what I mean? But let them tell it that's like a gold medal, you know? Like, you should if it's, you know what I mean? We know the system isn't ran by black people besides them getting us capitulating. Like, this shit is from them, you know? And that's basically, and it's funny because it's like black people will be like we contradict ourselves and we don't even see it. We'll say shit like that, like, this is your system, you need to get at your people, but then still be like, we're all one human race, or not understand that we're a whole separate species. You know what I'm saying? I don't get it. I don't get it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you literally just said that, you know, the system here is from and everything. Like, you gave the division out. But then, besides that, we're all one human race. basically I'm saying it's like even if we don't know genetics, we know these people aren't us. We know they have a lack of respect for us. So why are we still spending our money with them? Why are we still moving within this system in a way as if like we're not being disrespected from a collective? You know, like we move towards individual success and gaining it, right? As if like that's gonna equate success for all of us. You know, like it's just so crazy. That's why I'm just so happy this is shutting down, and there's nothing y'all could do about it. This whole system that's ran on black people, organic people, right? No matter whether you believe me or not, whether you support me or not, this system is going down the drain. Every day, we getting closer and closer. You know what I'm saying? The system isn't going to be able to abuse me just because I don't have enough money, just because I'm not being a good slave enough. No matter how y'all feel. You know what I mean? And that's real, you know? I can call my phone with the spam calls when my vibration is high, when I'm saying certain stuff. None of that's going to help, you know? The monetary system, you know? The monetary system, the money, you know? Black people, we know who we are. And we're knowing who we are more and more by the day. Y'all not gonna get us the fight with ICE and none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm not saying I'm like what just happened to y'all, right? We already it's crazy when people are shocked that this shows y'all that people forgot history. If you look at history of white people, y'all, that's what y'all always been about. Whenever y'all been like trying to be with each other and stuff, it's been all chaos, conflict. Y'all can't get on the same page. Y'all eating each other. You know what I'm saying? All of that. So when I'm thinking of y'all giving force towards y'all, I'm just like, that's nothing new. That's y'all basic behavior of how y'all treat each other. You know, it kind of shocks me that this system, I guess, hit it for a while as if it wasn't like that, just attacking us. As if like, you know what I'm saying? Y'all could live amongst each other civilly. You know, like, look, anybody understands genetics, like, anybody that understands genetics, they know that's of that genetic makeup to act like that, y'all towards each other, you know? So, I mean, it is what it is. You know, so it is what it is, you know? Y'all gonna see me until y'all not gonna see me no more. Y'all gonna see me every day that this system crash, you know? Even if not on here, the next black person you see, shit, if y'all black and y'all coming at me, and I feel like some of y'all are, one of y'all are, look at yourself in the mirror, you're gonna see me, you know? Because I'm your reflection, even if you don't know who you are and you trying to combat me, you know? Like, there's nothing that can stop black people knowing who they are, remembering who they are, and this system crashing, you know? And it's a beautiful thing, you know what I mean? So shout out to my trolls, you know what I'm saying? I hope that y'all are handling it well as it crashes. I know I am, you know? Any and everything that I'm doing is strategic towards me knowing what I'm living in, you know? Even stuff that I don't even tell y'all, you know what I'm saying? Because I already know the energy that I'm up against because of me knowing who I am. You feel me? I'm too strong, you know? I'm so strong. I know it's niggas that's hating on me that's been associated with the mother of my child, right? It's niggas that's jealous of me and I never even met y'all niggas. Y'all just heard of me through her and know that she on me and she still want me and I don't want her. And y'all gotta try to make me feel that. That's how you know it's bad. You feel me? You know? Like I said, oh, y'all want her? I'm like, y'all can have her. I don't want that bitch no more, you know? I don't even look at her like that no more. I don't give a fuck who she sucking. Fuck. It won't be me, you know? None of that energy will be coming my way. You know what I'm saying? For real, for real. I'm gonna charge my phone a little bit, then I'm about to make my way. Yeah, so now this shit is a good time for our species, y'all. But the real question though I ask is this though. I'm about to ask him real quick. Like my question is this: when once this shit crashes down, this is what I'm trying to figure out, right? What's going to be the next thing that y'all say to try to make someone feel inadequate when money has no value, and that's not like that no more. You know what I mean? I don't think because it's going to be nothing that y'all can like, or I'm gonna tell you what's going to be that. What's going to be the money, the new money, right? It's going to be knowledge. That's what that's going to be. You feel me? It's going to be knowledge. Knowledge like life skills. It's going to be stuff like that. That's going to be the new money. You feel me? I'm being real with y'all. As we go forward and this shift takes place, that's what it's going to be, the knowledge. For real. Hey, peace, God. Peace, God. That's what it's going to be. Us going forward. But I know some people, I'm gonna be honest, anyone that doesn't want the system to crash, they want to be enslaved. I'm gonna be honest. Like, why would you want to work for the natural resources on a planet that's in abundance for everybody? If you can understand that, you know what I mean? You shouldn't want to work for something that's plentiful, But because you've been told that and that's all you've been doing, and you've been told if you don't have this amount of money, then you can't get these things. That's been brainwashed in your brain where you think that that's how life is supposed to be, even as the system is crashing, And I'm saying this for me. I know I'm working, but I'm a prisoner of war though, right? So I understand the damage that's been done for why I got to be like this on my own planet with a lack of awareness of my brother and sister. Y'all seen, it was a black man that just came in here just now. I just respected his divinity in general, just a general respect, right? It has nothing to do with genetic makeup, just giving positive energy out, right? But y'all didn't hear a peep out of him. Y'all didn't, and let me tell you, he didn't even turn around, But this is the damage that's been done to us, though. You get what I'm saying? So when you see this that's been done, you see it from a standpoint of I'm about to hold up. I'm about to ask her real quick. Make sure it's there. Like, I'm not even going front. Like, when I have no reason to lie to y'all, so, because y'all know, like, my level of understanding. Like, I be at work sometimes, y'all, and I literally just go in the bathroom and I just start crying. Real shit. I just start crying. Because of my understanding and knowing how bad it is, it makes my depression worse. Because I got to make sure that, like, when I'm serving people, when I'm talking to people, I don't let that spill out in a way of my awareness to make a customer feel uncomfortable, For real, like, and that's a lot, Yeah, that's a lot. Like, believe it or not, I live like a whole separate life off of my level of awareness amongst people, and I deal with energy that I shouldn't even have to deal with off of my awareness of people thinking stuff. Some people think I'm racist. Some people think I have hatred in all types of angles and areas that I don't have, just off of me knowing what I'm living in and how much I'm standing for children. You hear what I'm saying?
Hey, actually, we did have some.
I appreciate that, man. Thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of your day also. I just really care for children, so that's why, like, I'm always on here constantly really talking about this type of stuff, regardless of what that looks like. You know what I mean? Like, that's like that's what I'm going to be on, because this is what's important. If it wasn't children being hurt within all of this, I wouldn't care. Like, let's say hypothetically speaking, it was just adults, right? And we wasn't ever like a child. I wouldn't care. I wouldn't care, y'all. I wouldn't care, But I'm gonna be honest. Like, that was nice of her, right? That was a white woman, right? And I know she thought about it for a moment, because, like I told you, I don't think that nobody owes me anything, right? Because I'm doing what I can for myself, right? But it's not enough, and it shouldn't be abnormal that even me with a job or even with 2 jobs that I'm still struggling with a system where the cost of regular work jobs isn't even matching the regular living costs, and then everything else around that, life and all of that, it don't match up. It don't match up. So you really got to think about it from a standpoint like this. You know, if this is going on, if this is going on like this, and you know, like, y'all get what I'm trying to say. You really got to understand what I'm trying to say. Like how this setup is. Like it's kind of like it's a wild setup. Like, I'm gonna be honest. Like, she knew that. Well, I'm gonna say it like this. I don't want to say this is the only reason why she did it, but I'm gonna say this. And I looked. She saw. I didn't even notice at first. You know. No, I noticed, but I didn't really notice. You know, because they came out and they was getting in their car or whatever. But she had a black daughter. She had a black daughter. She had a black daughter, y'all. So the fact that she had a black daughter, like, I double checked, like, I looked, and she was like light skinned too. So I said, oh, you got a black man. You got a black man. Like, the way, and I really looked at the girl's face. I'm like, oh yeah, she got a black man. So she must have thought about it from a different angle, and then she came back in like that just now, and I really appreciated that, you know. But it's a real problem though. I'm telling y'all, a lot of people, y'all gonna have a hard time going forward when a lot of y'all like to see people below y'all. That's what this system was made for, you know, because it's made from the white man, a kind of man, you know, and the system that comes from him is all the characteristics and traits of that species, you know, the DNA, the behavior, the control, the greed, you know, the insatiable level of power where there's no limit with it, right? Like, no matter how much I have, I still want more. I still want more control. You know, you gotta ask yourself these questions, like, you know, they got everything in the planet how they wanted it, right? With us in the state of us, and they still attack us. You know, that was one of the things that I seen when I was younger, because like, it's stuff that's common sense, right? And one of the things is, like, they wanted the land, right? That's not like, you know, it's not rocket science. Like, that was the main thing. They wanted the land, you know? We fighting, they wanted to take the land from us. Before anything else, like, they wanted the land. You got the land from us. Not only did you get the land from us, bro, you got the land from us, then got us moving in a way on our land, right? When you got us moving in a way on our land against ourselves, against the animals, the organic animals, nature, it all. You hear me? And even with you getting it all, it's still not enough. It's still not enough. You still gotta harass me. You still gotta create these ways that have me thinking in a docile state. You know, like, you gotta create foods and present them to me like they're normal or healthy. You gotta fuck with my fruit. You know, you gotta force your education on me. You gotta mentally and medically evaluate me as if I'm the same. You know, and teach your doctors, if someone organic is in there, when they're taught, teach them from the eukaryotic cell standpoint. Like, that's crazy. You know, what the fuck? You got to do all of this, and then you're still trying to implement new ways. You're still implementing new ways. Like, while I'm talking right now, you're thinking of new ways to combat the changes that's taking place on the planet and what we're really living in. And that's crazy, you know, to think about it from that standpoint, like that, like that you have everything that you officially wanted, but ever since you've been on the planet, and that you got, you know, through raping, through slaughtering, through manipulation, you know, false magic and shit, it's like, it's still not enough. If that doesn't let you know, it didn't with all of this, it's crazy to me that we would just settle, right? If that don't tell you psychological abuse, I don't know what does. You know, because there's stages of it, right? A person, once they realize they're abused, they're trying to get away. They're trying to get away, and we've been trying to do that. We've been trying to get away, but then it went from us trying to get away to us not even trying to get away no more. You know, to your point where we didn't even try to get away no more. We just left that alone, and then we just like, oh, I guess, you know, it's like basically what I'm saying is, as the generations went forward, more and more and more and more and more, we got more and more and more and more compliant. That's basically what I'm saying. The stuff that we was fighting about, we stopped fighting about that stuff and just started accepting it. You know, and that's that. How you doing there? And that's all I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? Wrong is wrong and right is right, right? So, you know, and to be honest with y'all, um, nobody needs to be governed around that, right? You know, like for real, like, you know, whatever you're doing or whatever with anything, like, you know if it's good or bad, you know. And like I said, it's felt now where we are, because it's like you really got to think about it, like, and it's crazy. That lady came in right when I was talking about children, right when she did, you know. Bro, you think you could spare anything for like a bus at all, like $3 at all? I'm basically trying to get. I have a Cash App or Venmo. Yeah, you see, it's like, if you gotta say an excuse, you just see that it's more serious, more problems on the planet. It definitely is, y'all. You know, and like I said, it's a gift and a curse, right? It's like, yeah, you know, I'm aware of everything, what's to happen, how it's gonna play out. You know, the distractions around what's what. Like, I'm aware of everything, right? And it's a beautiful thing to be aware for preparation purposes, know what to take serious, what not, and stuff like that. But it's very depressing, you know. It's very, very depressing, especially from a neuromelanated standpoint, right? But I'm just happy that all of this is taking place. You know what I'm saying? Because you're seeing the people that haven't been in our world starting to grasp a piece of what it feels like to be black, right? And that's not even scratching the surface of it. Like, even a black person that has the most professional job, went to a top Ivy League college, he still lives a different life than somebody with animal DNA. And I'm not saying this to be disrespectful or anything. You know, it's just a reality. You know what I mean? And now a lot of this stuff is being brought to the forefront. And I'm just, like I told y'all, I know I got human beings that watch my stuff too. Shout out to y'all. I know it's very, very hard for y'all to accept what's going on from y'all species with the cognitive dissonance that's here, even with everything that just happened in less than 3 weeks, right? So like, as all this plays out, you know what I mean? Like, I just want to make sure that y'all just keep y'all head up, stay positive. You know, don't take anything personally. It's just small stuff like that can really make a big difference in how you go about your day. You know, and that's something very, very serious that I give y'all from the bottom of my heart, right? Because I know that like I told you, like, even like the Latina women, right? And there's like two separate women. You know, I was just speaking to them briefly, and they had no respect for me. But as soon as they found out, and they don't even know, and the reason why of me even being in this struggle and getting out of it is due to this stuff with my Latino son. You know what I'm saying? Being alienated from him and the mental distress, all of that, everything. But my court date is early this month. All that's about to end, you know? But imagine if, like, I would have gave up amongst my awareness of everything, and for any reason wouldn't even have found a private investigator, right? Because I did all of that while I was homeless. Money that I could have been spending towards like a car, to sleep in my car, or like even a studio, right? But I already know how long the court's taking shit. Y'all seen it's been 5 years, right? Like I already knew it was gonna take long just by court stuff in general taking long. So it made more sense for me to go with that. Now I'm here where I am. Going forward, I can save for a car, all stuff. You know what I mean? I can go forward now. But I'm glad that I was smart enough to make that decision, and with everything else that I was facing within all of this, that I still had enough strength to get all that handled or get that money together, whatever little money that I was, and have all that handled. Like my baby mother didn't even know, and I know you watch my stuff too. You know what I mean? Like that was my private investigators that put the summons on the door and stuff. You know what I mean? I was on the phone with them. So when you wasn't trying to open the door and stuff, and like all of that, and what you was saying in court and stuff, like I'm just like, man, you don't even, you know, it's insane. But it's just sad that all this played out how it did, because, like I said, I'm a no. Finally, I'm pretty sure I'm the father of this child, but it's sad that like he had to be kept from me in a way for me not ever to know, to manipulate me. And I won a game I wasn't even trying to play. I don't even really know how to feel about that, y'all. I'm gonna be honest. Ever since like I realized, I kind of just like, but this is what I be saying, how like I be being used to like help people in life and stuff, and don't realize it just because of the type of person I am. Like it'll be like somebody that's on some evil time and I won't even know it, and they'll come across me and they'll have the opportunity to be on a certain type of time, and they'll be on like the worst type of time that they should ever or could ever be on with someone. And because how pure my heart is and stuff, the universe will never allow for that to continue on any type of relationship, a friend, not just a girlfriend, and I'm grateful that I have that type of protection, but I know that I have that type of protection because of the type of person I am. You know what I'm saying? Like I do a lot of good stuff for people, regardless of, and before I got in a financial struggle and had to get out, before I had a child and any of this, you know what I mean? Like I've always been a good person. So it's like, and that's something that I stand on. Like, you can't really buy integrity. You can't buy character. You can't, if a person got morals, values, and standards, they really got that. And that's a very powerful thing, because not a lot of people have that in the times that we're living in, and how much toxicity is protected. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, that's dangerous, Yeah, man. I value y'all though. Y'all been with me this whole journey, man. And I probably show my son some of these videos, and my son be like, man, look, probably wouldn't even believe it, A black man just looked at me outside, and he just spit on the ground when he looked at me. You get what I'm saying? The hatred that we have towards each other it's bad, and it's unnecessary too. Like it's like going out your way. Like, bro, I didn't even say a word to you. I'm in a whole separate store. You came out that store. You look over and see me. Whatever your reason why you don't like me, it's irrelevant to especially really like what's going on and who we are. Like you shouldn't be doing that to anybody though. Scratch genetic makeup, anybody. You shouldn't be just randomly trying to make someone feel inadequate, or because you're, you know what I'm saying? Like you just see like it's real problems on this planet with people. People really aren't happy, but it's like I'm really not happy, right? Look what I'm dealing with. But you don't see me trying to make other people feel bad because I'm dealing with something that's so severe. You get what I'm saying? This is what I'm talking about having integrity. Like that man is old enough to be my dad. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I saw the gray in his hair and everything. And I was about to say so. I was about to go out and really introduce myself to him. Because I usually when stuff like that happens, not even to be aggressive or anything like that, but I try to show people in a way of actually meeting me, because most times this stuff happens, people don't even know me, and then so when they see someone else like me, they'll act different. But I just didn't say anything, But it's just crazy though. It's crazy, I'm not gonna. Hey, excuse me, bro. Hey, excuse me, bro. It's embarrassing me asking you, man. Like, I work in the restaurant business. I work at Applebee's, man. And I'm not gonna tell you no long story, bro. I'm basically getting out of homelessness, and this storm, like I had to pay money that I didn't have for the extended stay, just to really I couldn't sleep outside or anything in that situation. And I'm basically trying to get like some money for like my smart trip, so like I can when I get on the buses, they don't trip on the buses. They know my situation too, but the train on the transit, they're like extraterrestrial cops. Like they look for people to hop and try to arrest them, you know. And like I always make sure when I go on the train, like I have like extra money for that because they know my situation, and every time they see me, they're hoping I don't have it for me to try to jump or ask them and them tell me no and just make a situation bad for me. So I was just wondering.
Do you need to help you put something on the car? What do you need?
I know most people don't carry cash around these days.
I think I need cash.
But yeah, I was just trying to get like a few dollars like to put on it once I get to be in the metro. I have a smart trip. Man, I'm sitting here talking to you. I'm looking at your beard, man. That joint is clean. You go to a barber yourself, or like you be lining up yourself?
Trimming up myself.
For real?
Yeah.
Let me ask, because mine's just starting to come in, right? Because they say you gotta cut it. I just started cutting mine to get it to come in. I know. Is there like a barber in this area that specializes in like beards that you know that's like reputable?
No.
Bro.
Like calls the force as well.
Yeah, definitely, man. My name is Forrest, by the way.
Forrest?
Yeah.
Billy, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Billy.
Best for you.
Yeah, man.
I've been there.
I waited. I'm 33. Actually, my birthday is next week, and it's crazy. I have court on early February, and for my court date early February, I've been elevated from my child. Like mother, like all my friends, all my friends, like I didn't even think they were gonna mess that relationship over. Like I was before it's women involved.
Friends in.
It disrespect, like the mental anguish. So when I found out, I didn't know what narcissist was. Bread coming, gaslighting, love out. I didn't believe that. Now I know that I was like, man, I'm looking at that because I know how strategic they are and how they'll get with him and be with that man just because he's in this level money bracket and why they with you, they know they don't want to be with you. They choose you. You go to this restaurant and see another man of another money bracket, hot man, you know. So
I don't think that way for everybody.
Yeah, there are good women out here. So I'm just happy just to get out the situation and find out even worst case scenario if I'm not even this son, you know. I think that she knows that 9 times out of 10 he is my son because she knows how much she was messing around and she's good at admitting. I found out everything I tell you myself that's what makes her skeptical and take the DNA test because she knows that she can't say it might not. She don't want to take it. I paid $520 for any last test potentially. The day before Thanksgiving, she still didn't take the DNA test, and it was mandatory. And she tried to lie to the judge to get out of it, and the judge asked her the same question in a different way to make sure. He could tell she was lying, probably no other situation. When he asked her the same question, like, wait a minute, that's his discount. DNA test, mandatory. And it, I was there like 2 years before he got 9 on, he got 9 in 2020, and literally right when he caught her in her lie, asked her a question and made it mandatory. Then she says, "Oh, I know it's a baby, but if you knew it was my baby, why was you trying to get out of the?" You know, it's like it's just not adding up everything. So and he said, I don't want to hold you up, but I was saying what I said. He said, "Don't wait till the last moment to take time for the lab test to bring it back." Like I said, I got court early February. She don't go by the 30th. The lab is not gonna be able to come back in time. He's gonna see I did it right after court date. He's gonna be like, "What was the hold? I paid the money. All you had to go was there for the mouth swab."
Her credibility is going to go down to
Yeah, he might lock her up. You know?
She could be called death.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. So I'm just happy just to slowly be getting out of it, honestly. You know?
It'll get better, man. Keep your head up. It always gets better. It doesn't seem like that way, but
Yeah, it's crazy. One of the things that made me cope with it better, like I said, I know that there's good women out here, but from a collective majority standpoint, an older man told me, he said it's one of the biggest differences with women and men. He's like, men, we put our differences aside for our family. We might want to do this, but we might be like, this isn't the best decision I need to make for my family, so we won't do it. Women are the opposite. They happiness comes first, you know? You know how they say, when they say happy wife, happy home? You know how much times a man isn't happy, you know?
I don't say that the mama's not happy, nobody's happy.
It's crazy, you know?
So much truth, I guess.
It's insane. So I appreciate you, man, and your kindness too, more than anything. Seriously.
Good luck.
I appreciate
See
it.
you around.
All right, enjoy the rest of your day, man. That's a good man, yo. That's a good man. Man, I'm about to go. But yeah, I forgot what I was saying, y'all. Like I said, that's a good man, you know. He probably has kids my age, or he understands, you know, and that's real. I respect that because it's so much that I've been going through, just trying to just stay strong about, and there's so much antsiness around me getting back to him with how all this is unfolding, you know, and it's almost put like a it almost put like a nervousness on me, because it's like I know, okay, I am that the father of that child, which I feel like I am. um I gotta find out what that looks like, getting back in his life when I've been separated from him for 5 years, you know. He wasn't even 1 year old. Now he's about to be 6. It's like it's all about him. That's basically what I'm saying. You know, and I never been in this situation, but I just want to get back to being a dad. Like, it's like the small stuff. Like, I just want to get back to being a dad, and I want to get back to and I want to be in a flourishing relationship. You know, that's it. Like, I'm seeing the stuff that's really important, because and how I'm seeing this. I understand we're in a monetary system, right? Like, I got to go to work. I'm a prisoner of war, right? The natural resources, like I was explaining, they've been hijacked. I get that, but the reason why I'm saying this, how I'm breaking this down to y'all, is because I'm seeing that a lot of people have those things, right? But they still don't have the other stuff. You know what I'm saying? And how much pressure that they put on that, if that's so important and stuff, then how come how much money you have, how come that can't keep a relationship? You know what I mean? Like there's no amount of money that you have, or a job or status that you have, that can say, just because you have this, that your family's going to be 100% good. You know what I'm saying? So you really see, like, really what's more important besides what they said, right? Because I see people all the time with money, and they're not happy at all, whether they're in a relationship or not. Like, I can see it on people's faces, y'all. You feel me? So I'm like, what are you really gaining just off of not being homelessness, not facing homelessness, your next meal, and your hygiene, when the mental the mental anguish, right, of you being distraught, and what can come with that. And then over time, right, you see certain people that they'll be with companies for years, and then that company just let them go like nothing. You hear what I'm saying? You know what that can make a person feel like doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, think about it. Like, you gave so much to your company, made the sales go up. Anyway, always you did so much for a company, and then they just throw you out like fuck it. Like, you ain't even worth this. You know what I'm saying? You ain't even worth this type shit, right? How you think? You know, that's crazy. So when you think about this, and you really balance this out. Like, I ain't gonna front. When I was in my 20s, I'm like, I gotta get money. Relationship, whatever. What do they say? You know, you'll never lose women chasing money, right? So let me just get this money. The women will come. But they never tell you that the women that's chasing you just because you got money is the wrong women. They don't tell you that. They don't tell you that. You know? They don't tell you that. They don't give you no hint or nothing. It's just make sure your pocket's right. You ain't gonna lose no women chasing money. And then it's just, that's that. But it's like, you gonna have, not only you gonna have the wrong women chasing you because your money is right, but and proof of this, even more of me saying this, is this, right? A woman should love you. No, a woman should respect you, even if you don't got $1 in your pocket. Because that's not to say tomorrow you ain't gonna have that, or wherever your destination, you know, the journey, where you're going, your goals. right? It's not to say that you always gonna be in that position. So why should a female, right, that is looking for a man not give you that chance? You know what I'm saying? But in the world that we live in, it's like backwards. And I almost say it's not even backwards because, like I said, you do what's right, right? You get the money to get the woman, and then it's still not over, and you still get disrespected because you get the money to get the woman, and then, you know what I'm saying? The same shit is happening almost as if like you didn't have a dollar, and you like, wait a minute, I thought I got the money. What's the problem? You hear what I'm saying? This is what we're dealing with. So when you really think about this and you try to add it up and shit, you really be thinking about it and you be like, yo, this is some fucked up shit, you know? For real, y'all, this is some fucked up shit. So you really got to understand what I'm saying with a close ear. You get what I'm saying? Like a real close ear. Like this ain't no Lord shit that I'm saying. This shit is heavy, you know? This shit is heavy. See, I know I love y'all, I value y'all, man. I can't believe I made it here. I can't. All of these years, like y'all don't, man, y'all. I'm not trying to cry on this jump, but y'all don't know. y'all don't know, man. Like y'all don't know, like I really been out here hurting. You know what I'm saying? Like out here really hurting. You know, hurting. Like around people and all of that. You feel me? Like people trying to put me in all types of wild situations and all of that. I've been strong through all of this shit. You know, all of this shit. So for me, it's like, and I would be nothing but that for my child. You feel me? Like any man would, any mom would. You know. So like that's something that like I really can't. There's no cost or nothing with that type of shit, right? You know, so yeah, I value y'all, man. I'm about to call my dummy real quick and see what's good with him. Like later, if you gonna see what's good with this recording or not, you know, because I'm definitely trying to record. You know what I mean? So I value and respect y'all, man. It's a Rear Points for RoBs Inferno while it burns slow. Shout out to all my guys and goddesses, you feel me? And like all my high vibrational human beings too, you feel me? And shout out my Brit, you feel me? Brittany, I love you to death, like for real. I love you to death, man. Like I can't even put it in words. You know, I can't even put it in words. But it's a good feeling. I'm gonna be real. Whether I would end up with this girl for the rest of my life or not, it's a good feeling. It's a good feeling to feel love when I know I haven't felt love in so long. You know what I'm saying? I haven't felt like I told myself, I was like, I'm not gonna love nobody. You know what I'm saying? I told myself that, like, I'm not gonna love nobody. And I ended up falling in love with this girl as soon as I seen her. Like instantly, I just knew it was her. Like it was crazy because I felt her energy before I even seen her. And then I felt her energy, then I heard the voice. And then like I kind of turned, but I didn't want to make it seem like I felt the energy so strong. I didn't want to make it seem like I came on to her so strong, and she didn't even know me off of not knowing me, right? And like, you know, like turn around. I don't know. I was just so kind of like in shock, but so happy. I kind of just was stuck. And then I heard her say something to somebody in Latina, and I was like, and she Latina? I'm like, oh, I'm not gonna lie, like, and ever since that day, I was on one, you know, I was on one, ever since that day. But I had to just keep it professional, and I had to act like, you know what I mean, like we just co-workers. But if she can look back, that's why I was so extra calm with her, like when she was. But I think it was one day that I did get. I wasn't mad at her though. I was mad at the situation in the store or something, and I might have raised my voice like slightly, and like she said something to me. Brittany was like, she was like, why do you raise your voice? And she looked at me with them eyes, and she was like, why do you raise your voice to me? And I'm not even gonna lie, like I like melted. I wanted to kiss her. I'm not even gonna lie. I almost forgot I was in the store, and I was her coworker. Like I'm just like, don't look at me like that with that face and say that. I'm like, don't do that, because you don't even know I'm in love with you. I'm like, don't do that. And but I could tell that I read her body language, like she was really kind of hurt off of that, or she felt like I was mad at her, but I wasn't mad at her at all. Like she didn't know me well enough to know that sometimes, if I'm irritated with something, I might raise my voice a little bit. But her not knowing me, she probably felt like that was directed at her. And I apologized to her immediately, but I don't know if she took it for that. But I did apologize to her immediately, and I don't know. I really miss her a lot though. Like, I'll be honest, like her, when I sleep and when I smoke, the only times I'm happy. I can't even say recording right now because I don't even got I can't even record right now. I got to get some new headphones, and it's just crazy, y'all. But I value y'all. I survived another day. I guess I'm about to be older now, right? But put it like this: for it to be 5 years and this to go on, and for this court date to be so close to my birthday, I know that's not by accident. Because the universe knows everything I've been through, I feel like one of the most evilest things on the planet that people do, not just women, right? Because even men, but when women do it, it's even more wild. I'm not gonna lie, because of who women are. But it's when like they do you dirt, or cheating or whatever, and it's like even more so because it's like you already emotionally detached way before the man found out or he seen that you was messing with other people or whatever. So you was already gone. Even more so, and then once you really officially leave him, it's like it's crazy that women try to play on that with however so for still manipulation even after the discard and stuff and the breakup, and they'll make it seem like all this other stuff. It's like, damn, if you even done with the man, the least you can do is just tell him the truth. What would it be for you to what would it be for you to tell him the truth? But like I said, most women do that because like, they're like, shoot, if I left like this and he didn't know what I was on, and he thinks this is why I left, but it was really this, I might be able to come back and still manipulate him, or I might be able to come back and act like I'm gonna come back and be faithful to him, to get something out of him. Like they be leaving that door open to be evil as shit, and it's kind of crazy when you think about it, because when you think about that type of stuff, it's like it's really evil, y'all. And so like the reason I'm not even trying to talk bad about the mother of my child, but like it's not even just her actions that she took why like I kicked her out of my life, even with my kid if I am the father of that child. But it's also, it's not to be bitter. It was the best choice for me. The disrespect I couldn't take. But I'm gonna be honest. I'm a type of person, and most Aquariuses are like this. They'll tell you this. Most men are like this. Once a man, that's why the physicality of it. Like once you actually mess, or a man actually knows you mess. Oh yeah, that's really no return. But really, it's just the thought of it. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm gonna be honest. You don't even gotta cheat. I just gotta. If I just had proof, like let me tell you, I could be with you, right? And if I just see you check out a guy in a way, like as if like all I gotta do is feel like I don't have your attention, and you would like to do something else, whether you do it or not, and I'm already off you. I'm off you. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not gonna like you no more. I can't be attracted. I don't care how good you look or whatever. The moment I know that you're wanting something else, you know what I'm saying? It's like that automatically like drains the juice or something. Like and that fast, I'm not feeling however I felt about you. Because me knowing that you wanted something else, it turns me off. You know what I'm saying? So if y'all really understand what I'm saying, that's like, it's not even just the physicality of it, but definitely that's really point of no return. But just the thought of putting in a man's mind that you would want another man or want another woman, want any other sexual activities, want something else besides him, like that'll get you out of a man's life quick, you know, quick. But I realized by the choices that the mother of my child was taking, I realized how immature and young she really was. Because no grown woman would have been even playing with a situation in that manner like that or anything like that. No grown woman would play. She would have been like, this is too risky. First off, why am I having thoughts for another man and I'm with this man? I need to check that. That's crazy, you know. Then like, you know, this the father of the child. This someone that I got to be in association with for the rest of my life. So let me not burn a bridge with someone that's the other parent of this child. That's kind of like the most dumbest thing. Like, I know people are laughing at her. I know people are laughing at her. And I don't even feel sorry for her getting laughed at. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't even feel sorry for her because I'm just like, how much of a bird brain, how stupid can you be? Like, what you think was going to happen, you know? But I know when a lot of women, when y'all move like that, y'all be thinking that it's sweet. Y'all think that y'all making the best decision. Your friends hyping you up. You know, other older women that lost out and didn't have a successful marriage, like, y'all got your little gang, you know? You think everything is popping. You know, you got to go through your fire and see that it's really not like that, and then end up as a single mom. It's like, I see the same routine of, like, all of y'all single moms. It's like the same shit, you know? And it's so sad because every time I see it, I'm thinking about the kids, and I'm just like, damn, it's another kid suffering off of a woman that just can't close her legs or have sexual discipline, you know? You're not wrong for liking sex. You know, everybody likes sex, you know? It's a good thing. It's why it brings life, you know? But how you go about it, you know what I mean? You know, even if you want to switch up and not want this person and stuff, like, it's very detrimental. And even more so for a woman, because how DNA stays with y'all, you know? I can't even imagine all the different thoughts from different men that the mother of my child has in her brain, whether she's aware of it or not, from all the men that she's had sex with. Like that's, you know, it's gross, you know, very gross. So it's like, I would never respect anything like that, you know, would never respect anything like that. And it's crazy, yo. My son ain't deserved this shit, but it's like, you know, his stepmom is gonna really love him now. His stepmom is gonna really love him, and yeah, that's that, you know. So I'm about to get at y'all, man. So Rear Points with RoBs Inferno while it burns slow. Shout out to my guys and goddesses, know high vibrational human beings. You already know what the fuck it is, man. I'm gonna tap in with y'all. You heard me?